What's going on YouTube? It's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Air Jordan 1 Off-White NRG in the UNC colorway. These dropped today, June 19th for $190 US or 255 Canadian dollars. The official colorway for this shoe is white, powder blue, and cone. Here locally in Toronto, these are available at select boutiques such as Capsule and Livestock, both of which did raffles. Toronto's Jordan store 306 Young also got these, and I believe they got somewhere around 500 pairs. So because there was no chance that I was camping out 12 hours for these at the Jordan store, and because I struck out on all the raffles, I ended up paying resale for my pair. These UNC Off-White ones marks the third colorway from Virgil Abloh on this Air Jordan 1 silhouette. The first one being the Chicago colorway that dropped late last year, the second one being the all-white, which was a European only release, and then this one. If you guys haven't seen my review of the Chicago Off-White ones, I'll add the link to that video in the description box below. First off, taking a look at the box, so this comes in what looks like a standard Air Jordan 1 box. However, when you take a look at the lid, this lid actually opens up like so, and it reveals the shoes underneath. On the front of the box, we have your standard Air Jordan 1 label, and then as we remove the lid, instead of having the typical paper that's found in most Jordan boxes, in this case, we have this thin sheet of plastic that has Off-White and Nike branding. As for the shoes themselves, of course, this colorway is inspired by the original UNC ones. In Virgil Abloh style though, these UNC ones are like a deconstructed version of these. Taking a closer look at the toe box, this is one significant change compared to the Chicago ones that I previously reviewed. So in this case, the toe box is covered in what feels like a plastic mesh material. With the Chicago Off-White ones, that material on the toe box was prone to being stained, being frayed, and being damaged. So as a result, Jordan Brand and Virgil Abloh have given us this reinforced toe box. Found wrapping around the edge of the toe box, we have this powder blue leather. The quality of this leather, to be honest, isn't the best, but it's not absolutely horrible either. You can see throughout the upper as well, it features contrast white stitching. There's this floppy and disconnected piece of leather on the bottom three eyelets on either side of the shoe. Taking a look at the midfoot of the lateral side, here we have this large oversized Nike swoosh done in powder blue. Connecting the swoosh to the body of the shoe, we have this contrast orange stitching found on either side, and we also have this small rectangle of orange leather that's connected to the edge of the swoosh. Underneath the swoosh, we have that same mesh material that was found on the toe box. On the lateral side of the shoe, towards the back end, we have this off-white colored suede with powder blue contrasted stitching. Similar to the other off-white ones, these wings around the ankle collar area, these are disconnected from the rest of the shoe. On the lateral side, we have this Air Jordan branding done in white, and then as you take a look at the inside flap, here we have 85 in quotations in black. Flipping these over to the medial side, you can tell right away that this is different from the lateral side. So instead of this large Nike swoosh, we have an outline of a swoosh that's perforated out of this white leather. Printed on top, we have this Off-White and Nike branding in black. Moving on to the back of the shoe, you can see here this is where the white leather connects with this off-white colored suede. At the very bottom, although to the naked eye this kind of looks identical to the powder blue leather right above, this is actually reinforced or lined with a much tougher material, giving it overall a much sturdier feel. The material found around this ankle collar area is white foam, and the top of this foam is unfinished. The standard laces on these UNC ones are flat style laces in white, and they have the shoelace branding in black at the edge. These do however come with two extra pairs of laces, so one in powder blue and one in orange. Underneath the laces we have a white nylon tongue with contrast powder blue stitching, and once again we have this Nike Air branding found on the lateral edge of the tongue. This is done in orange. Attached to the left shoe, once again we have this red zip tie, and it reads Off-White, care of Nike, circa 2018 zip tie. The inner liner of the shoe is lined in this powder blue fabric, and then taking a look at the insoles, so once again we have a white colored insole with these triangle patterns on the forefoot, and on the heel, this time instead of the Off-White 10 branding, we simply have Nike Air branding in black. The upper sits atop this foam midsole that's colored in like an off-white, slightly yellow shade. On the lateral side, underneath the heel, we have the word Air in quotations in black. This represents the fact that there's Nike Air technology found within the midsole. Turning these over to the bottom, so here we have your standard Air Jordan 1 outsole. This is entirely done in this powder blue color, and in the middle we have this Nike branding. In terms of sizing, I'd say that these run pretty true to size, and they fit pretty much identical to all my other Air Jordan 1s. So I'd recommend just sticking with your normal Jordan 1 size. Comfort-wise, these pretty much feel like all my other Air Jordan 1s, despite this whole deconstructed aspect about the shoe. The insole provided is fairly thick, and to be honest, the majority of the comfort does come from the insole. There is encapsulated air underneath the heel, but I can't really feel that on feet. So with all that said, now let me lace these up and show you guys how these look on feet. Between the 3 off-white Jordan 1s so far, I'd say definitely the Chicago ones is my favorite, the triple whites come in at second for me, and then these ones come in at third. To be fair, the regular UNC one was never one of my favorite Jordan 1s, so that's why I kind of hold that same opinion, taking that same colorway, but just putting it on this off-white Jordan 1 silhouette. Overall though, I still think this is a very dope looking shoe. Having that contrast of orange really makes this shoe pop, and these will definitely be a head turner when I take them out on the street. So let me know in the comments down below whether you guys grabbed a pair today or if you took an L. If you guys like this video, be sure to give me that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below, and give me a follow on Instagram as well at sgo8. Be sure to check out my website at seango.ca, and until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will catch you guys in my next review.